Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with the other game, Hardcore Minecraft, a seed for Garuda, and it's time to go out and see the world. I mean, not all of the world, a marginal part of the world. How's the inventory? Some junk in it. It'll be alright. If it isn't, we'll throw it away. No, we'll go to the vault real quick. Oh, Mr. Pump. And here we have the box in the floor where we throw all of the junk. Like potatoes. Oh, hey, Froggy. How goes it? I surely am one of the people on the internet of all time. Alright, so we need another cobblestone thing. No, we just need to throw that slab away. If we toss it here, then no one will ever walk over it ever again. I should build a beacon? I have a beacon. It's just not a very big one. It's just a little, like a beaconette. Like how you can have a kitchen or a kitchenette. But yeah, I have it here. Because it just sort of looks like another lightning rod tower, right? But yeah, no, I've got one. It's not like the fully powered one or whatever, but... Oh no, what about my bones? I don't have enough bones, it'll be okay. Oh, I don't have... Why did I not, I'm gonna get embarrassed if we go too far. I'll have to, like, walk across the land if we don't actually have rockets in the ender chest, and I don't remember what's in it. We're supposed to keep rockets in it. That doesn't mean they're there. Because I totally just, like, put gunpowder in a box, but it wasn't here. Yeah, we would not have had rockets. Alright. Now we have rockets. Said you're in for Left in AI music. Live, and you recognize me as the Deathmoon guy. Yeah, Deathmoon guy, that's me. Such a small portion of my life, but I'm glad to be recognized for any part of it, I suppose. That's not true. There's a whole lot of stuff in my past that I would prefer to never be recognized for. But playing Geometry Dash is not one of those things. I'm okay that people remember that about me. My whole modern era has been fine. It's just, you know, like, I don't ever want to present myself as a person who, you know, always acted the way that they should have done when they were younger, because I was not. Alright, so... we kind of need more of this wood. Unless we don't, I'm going to knock them down anyway, because we're already here. I can't fight in first person, but, you know, you can't mine in third person either. Not if you care where you're hitting. Man, the Minecraft soundtrack is just so good. Totally unnecessary for it to be as good as it is, but I'm glad it is. I wonder if these things ever spawn the weird evil dudes. I don't think so. I think you gotta build them out of the sap and stuff. The weird evil dudes. The spirits of the trees that don't like me coming around and cutting down their forest. I call them evil because they fight against me. And we're really, you know, not introspective as a Minecraft player. We're the hero, right? Those people put those hay bales there because they want me to have bread, right? My day, oh, it was fine, I suppose. Woke up, played a Hades run. It went well until it didn't. I just don't know how to beat the boss, man. Every other part of the game's fine. But I guess I've only beat, like, the boss with, like, the difficulty turned up on him, like, one time, I guess, looking back. I thought it was more than that, but I think it's actually just once. So it makes sense that I don't know what I'm doing. No, not like that. Alright, we should have replanted the trees. That would have made sense. But finishing the floor, that makes sense too. Hooray! You know, that's, it's just like how I thought it would be. Sort of needs some more going on here, huh? Some carpets or something, I don't know. Could put a door on it. The Pale Oak boat does look like the best of all the boats, doesn't it? I used to always have to carry a boat around too. I called it boat discipline. We should get some gunpowder, huh? Why not? Why not, indeed? Only half of it will be waterlogged in the event that it blows up. That's okay. We'll just ignore it and then walk away from it. After all, the night is young and full of potential gunpowder. Alright, we don't want to fight right here because I don't want to get a bunch of holes in the ground right there. Over here seems good. Oh yes, definitely seems good. Aw, really? Okay. Man, way off. Much more better. Are those skeletons all sitting there? That's nice of them. I've got my armor on, don't I? Yes, I do. Because, well, you're like, you don't have to be afraid of skeletons, like, at all. If you don't have your armor on, then you do. If you just remember to eat, there's vanishingly few creatures in Minecraft that are dangerous at all. Speaking of remembering to eat. Alright. And then one of them has just engaged in archery against their erstwhile friends, and now the spider is going there. A whole bunch of them here. You know, it's not And again, they don't do any damage, right? You just gotta remember to eat every now and then. Hey, Centaur. You say the armor looks cool with stripes? So thank you. I think so. I liked the little iron bands across the netherite. I thought it matched up well. What are they talking about, I wonder? Do you ever start to describe a mechanic and then realize you would hate it? Like, what if you fell into the sand and it was hard to walk in it like sand? I'm like, no, they do that in the nether and I don't like it. What if they did that? I would find an enchantment on boots that disabled it. Can I make that shot? I mean, I can make the shot. Going closer would be better, right? Yeah, it'd be a lot easier from here. Yeah, there we go. Much easier from slightly closer. You know, you just get a feeling for the arc of the bow after a while. Not me, but like you could. I still am clearly not very good at the Minecraft bow. As I really thought those were gonna hit them. Alright. You say you love my hardcore streams? Well, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you know, which I guess is kind of funny given that it's hardcore, but, you know, it's not really that tense most of the time. There's very few situations that you get into that require even remembering that you could die. Mainly, I'm more likely to jump because they make a scary sound in my headphones that I'm not anticipating. Can we? Yeah! Oh, and then the second one missed. I got a spider behind me. But I thought I had the range already there, but why don't we just try to shoot over the top of the hill? That'll be smart. It won't. See, I need to do a modded playthrough? I do. I was just thinking about it the other day because people were talking again about it. And I'm like, you know, I bet that would be fresh and it could be a cool way to start, you know, because I'm always talking about how fun it would be to be, you know, in a new world and all, but like, obviously I'm not going to die here. What can kill me? I'm the hero, you know. The dragon's already toast. I guess there's an achievement to kill it again, but zombie converts to drowned. The missionary spirit of the water is alive and well, and they have convinced him to join the ranks of the drowned zombie. A very prestigious brotherhood. They're like monks, only instead of living in a monastery, they live underwater for a little while. And then they're undead underwater, which is nearly the same, but qualitatively rather different, as any zombie could tell you. Oh, they would say, perfectly encapsulating all of the ways in which being a zombie is different once you're underwater. $23 gunpowder on the night? Awesome. Very fruitful. We've only got a couple more minutes of night, of course. I don't remember how many. I wasn't paying attention when it started. I just like from feel not more than 2 before the sun comes up, though. Hey, Limtrix. How are you? Do I have any farms? Not like how you mean it, I don't think. I have a very, very small automated sugarcane thing. But, yeah, I've got, like, some carrots in a row. I've got, like, I grind experience for my mending by going to, like, my pen of pigs or cows and, either feeding them or hitting them with the sword, depending on how many are around. But yeah, not anything real. I don't even have an automated chicken farm here, which I have done in the past in the hardcore world. I just never built one here. And then I never needed one. Yeah, no, because, the animal farms are farms for experience, principally. And then, we get the food from them. Like, we basically eat cooked pork chops. I don't even know if they're better, but, that's typically what we do. Probably say I strike you as a guy who secretly knows how to do the most brutal metal screams of all time. Maybe not the most brutal ones, but I do know how to roar a little bit. And of course, the most important thing is just carry a totem unless you're specifically not carrying it for a reason, and then it's always in your mind. Like there, I can't kill creepers normally, right? I'm not very good. So instead of killing creepers with the sword, I use the bow, but you want looting, which does work when the bow's in the hand, and then you also have your sword on. So that's like why I take the totem off for creeper farming, but it goes right back on. Anytime you fly, you put it in your hand. Anytime. But yeah, like I got a little wheat island over here, because of course, it's not very much wheat. It's just a little bit. And then I got some wheat and some carrots and stuff over there. But these are just like functional ones, right? And then just like a little sugarcane that's not automated. And then I got my cows and the sheeps. Here's the dreamer. He finally got a job. Good for him. It happened the other day, but we're still very proud of him. But yeah, the only real farm, I just have a very miniature sugarcane bash set up, right? And then sometimes I'll put sugarcane into these to lie about how much sugarcane the farm is ever producing, and then I'll come and take it out, and I'll be like, wow, that's so much sugarcane, not at all remembering that I have deceived myself. Not even by saying all of this all in a row every time will I remember. Says Coin know how to use my elytra. So yeah, you don't make that mistake too many times, right? This is the only world I had an elytra in. There's one time when I popped a totem in the Nether, because there were a lot of Endermen. It was like a warp forest or something, and I did not realize I didn't have my armor on, and I was behaving very recklessly. Like I don't use a shield anymore, right? You don't have to once you get really good armor, but you cannot just wear your elytra going down to 6 rather than 10 armor things and losing those last 4 protection levels. Going from 16 to 12 is really massive. It's bigger than it looks like due to effective reduction. But yeah, even in daytime there's not really a reason for it, but as a general thing, if I'm on the ground walking, the elytra comes off no matter what. Also, it's better to jump around and stuff. What was I doing? Making more rockets. But yeah, and then I just got, you know, like, I just have so much junk, man. But I don't know how to make any farms, not really. I know how to make an iron farm, but I won't. It's not that hard to get iron. I've never done it before, but it's been explained to me. You say chess piece is the best? Maybe. See, my thing is with boots, if you get good boots, then you can get feather falling, which is super important for like confidence and exploring, and then also depth strider, which is also very good, because with depth strider, like I think boots are like for living, yeah, the chess piece is most important. But I think actually that like if you're just like getting one piece like to start enchanting or whatever, the boots are the most important one, because they provide you with the evasion. And just like with feather falling, because if you have feather falling, you can like run down a mountainside pretty aggressively. And then if you have like the water walking, well, they can't catch you when you go underwater, which does matter a lot. The water is a big source of safety in hardcore or danger, depending on how you're doing it. Why are we here? That's right, rockets. Sacrifice boots for gold armor. We're going to Nether. Yeah, you do that for the Nether, definitely, because you want, you know, you want your piglin interactions to be peaceful, and then if you get the gold boots with like the soul sand walking or whatever, then you've really got it. You see, there's a guy that 10,000 day hardcore world. And you almost died between 9k and 10k when he hit an Iron Golem to Horifel, and you almost died Xander Elytra. Yeah. Iron Golems don't play. It's like, I know if I'd made a misstep, Mr. Pump would beat me up, you know. Gotta be careful. Garuda wants to take a look at the vault. Come on in, boss. Everything's all here, just like you want. We got our box with all of our armor trims. We got our ender pearls and stuff. Every time I get diamonds, I like put them into blocks and then never touch them again. You proud of us, boss? You can tell he's very pleased. Garuda. Garuda is the name of the boss of the crime family. He's from whom all blessings flow, right? Garuda, he's what's up. He's the most important member of this whole organization, and he won't ever let you forget it. And neither will I. After all, I'm the right-hand person. Is the kill one? Yeah, but they do damage. They do pretty big damage. And what if other ones are around, right? What was that? That was a torch. With a blue tip on it. A copper torch. Do they work better? Do they just like burn green? Do they burn green? And you can make copper lanterns, which look very fashionable. They do burn green! You know, not gonna lie, kinda love it. I, kinda love it. Yeah, you know. Do we want all the torches to be green? I mean, maybe not, like, maybe not all of them. But that one being green is cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You said, just realized one misclick and Garuda is gone. I mean, nonsense. Garuda is eternal, right? If something were to befall this current form, he would immediately reincarnate. We already know how to find him again. Theoretically, we've never lost a Garuda in a hardcore world. We are always the ones who die, and it's not him. But we would be able to find him again very soon, maybe nearly immediately. Garuda will always appear as night falls in some sort of danger. You know, there might be a zombie nearby in a meadow, or maybe he'll like fall in through the roof of your house. But it'll always be... You'll think it's a chicken right as night is falling upon the world, and there'll be some danger around. And then when you look into the eyes, the searing intelligence of the boss of the Dark Oak crime family will be looking back at you. And that's how you'll know that it's the reincarnation of Garuda, and that all will be fine. This has happened a couple of times, so I can see it very easily whenever it does. All the other members of the family reincarnate as well, too. The Mooshas, of course, had occasion to reincarnate in this world a couple of times. And, you know, Luca, nobody knows what happened in that lightning storm. Nobody knows. Have I ever almost died? Oh, yeah. I've popped several totems in this world. Little guys in the Nether totem... And then there was Bastion looking for Pig Step totem, and then Enderman totem. So 3 totems that come to mind. There might be a 4th one, but I think it's just the 3. And all of those were ones, you know, like if you don't have the totem, you are dead. And then there were a couple other times. I would say any time you accidentally walk into a Deep Dark, you almost die. You know, that counts as almost being dead. Oh, my bow. Not that bow. Get wrecked. No way that hit. That's so funny. And then the one that I do while I'm actually gaming misses. Didn't have looting on. Do I think I'll ever die soon? Nah. Nah, I don't think I'll ever die here. I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious, though. But no, I don't think I'll ever die. I don't really do anything that's dangerous, like, ever. I barely ever even go into the nether, right? I spend just a huge amount of my time hanging out on the surface, just, like, doing stuff like this. Or, like, looking out of the window of my house, or, like, digging a hole. But I mean, it could happen. Whenever I was in the end, I always thought I could die. I never, ever felt comfortable inside the end at all. Whenever I would build blocks to, like, get from one little island in the end to the next looking for the elytra and stuff, I couldn't even look at my screen in front of me, my big screen, because it scared me too much. Like, it made me physically uncomfortable because I was like, I'm gonna fall and die. I looked at my alternate monitor where, like, my OBS for like my streaming thing is at, so, like, the smaller version that shows me what's going on, and that's what I looked at to walk across the bridges and to make the bridges because it was making me too nervous. Anyway, I don't like being in the end. Is he on us? I don't think so. He meaning Enderman. I don't think so. I think we didn't look at him. I haven't heard a sound effect. Out of arrows, out of arrows. Well, how about now? Yeah. Yes, you in particular, buddy. You're a really intimidating dude. But, you know, that's about as dangerous as it gets. And that's when you, like, throw several hits away, you know. And you don't have your food up. And even then, the absolute worst case scenario is he pops a totem. Which, there are, what? There's the warden, which we will try to not run into, because he'll kill us, definitely. But other than that, like, in the overworld, like, what's dangerous, right? Just witches. Just witches. Enderman, like, a little bit, but not really. Not one of them, right? Not one. Just witches. And they're mega rare, too. You don't see them very often at all. Like, how many have we even popped? We've only killed 27 witch. We have never been killed by witch. We have, of course, killed one wither. We have never been killed by wither. It says that for everything, even the things that popped a totem, because they don't count. You know. I've killed 811 sheep. I wish that was true. Man, I hate sheep. I hate sheep so much. Alright, I'm out of arrows. Garuda's chasing voice. Indeed. Because Garuda, like, you know, to get a little formal about it, Garuda's not a chicken. He just appears in the semblance of a chicken. Like, you know, Garuda's not what he seems. He's much more important than all that. But Garuda's a figure in Hindu mythology and tradition. It's a bird that one of the principal gods rides around on. But a long time ago, in I believe hardcore video number 6 called House of Dirt, I think that's when we met Garuda. And oh yeah, we found Donatello the other day, so he's back. I'm not sure where he's at though, but we found him. He was trapped under a little under this little shelf for ages. We just never looked. We didn't see him. You know, all the kelp gets in the way of seeing. You know, we need to, cause like this is a terrible spot here too. Like we're just asking to get him caught there. Now on your TV, oh no. Anyway, I was gonna say, we definitely found Donatello, I just don't know where he is right now. He's somewhere. He didn't live with the rest of them, like, cause those three went there, and he's chilling here. Like, did he get stuck again? No, he's just doing his thing. That's right. I needed to look around my house because there was an Enderman inside the other day. Someone said that they might have like teleported upward from there, like that they didn't spawn in here, but they might have come up from like a cave system underneath. I was still very upset. If I have to get security inside of my own house, I'll be very put out. Do I know what Mortal Kombat is? Oh yes, indeed. You see, Shao Kahn and his forces of Outworld desire to take over Earth, and so Raiden, the Guardian of the Planet, needs to get various fighters to represent against his followers in a tournament called Mortal Kombat, and yeah. I could probably probably quote a whole lot of the movie, the first movie, if pressed to it. I would have to start at the very beginning, though. But no, we used to have it on, like, VHS. I played the first one a bit. We had the second one on Super Nintendo. I was, you know, better than everybody I knew. I doubt I was good. I did, like... Oh, this would have been maybe, like, 11 or 12 years ago now, but I was at this place, and they had a Mortal Kombat 2 arcade machine, and I was just beating everybody at it. But, yeah, that would have been the one that I played the most. And then my friend had Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for the Super also. Yeah, we played a lot of that. And then I didn't really play the series much until they rebooted it with just Mortal Kombat again, right? And then I played that one and thought it was pretty cool. But I mean, Mortal Kombat was good. It was fine. My friend was, like, much more of, like, a Street Fighter person. Like, that's what he thought was amazing. And I'm inclined to agree with him, like, historically, right? But, and when, like, the next era of gaming happened, really, then, like, so I got Soul Calibur on my Dreamcast, and that's what I loved. Like, I thought Soul Calibur was, like, the best fighting game, and you couldn't, like, get me to play Mortal Kombat again after I got that, basically. I really liked the three-dimension stuff there. And then, there's another Dreamcast fighting game called Power Stone that was like an arena thing with power-ups and such, but it was a lot of fun, too. Man, I love the Dreamcast. Anyway, this is the Throne of Genghis Khan. That's where all the gold blocks went. Not all of them, just some of them. What are we doing over here? Ah, yes. We have to put the egg where it belongs. So here's, of course, a series of all of my favorite jokes I've ever told in Minecraft. It's just, like, I just think it's very funny. Just very funny. And it was all my idea, too. Because this one's name is Gaston, right? It is. And his throne has antlers because they use them in all of their decorating. And then, you know, we have the eggs underneath because he's going for barge size and he needs to eat a lot of eggs. And I just think that I'm very funny for doing that. And I'll continue thinking that forever. This is where we fought the Wither, of course. Speaking of, do I have any iron? Need to check on Belgatai. Yeah, it used to look a lot more normal around here before we fought the Wither here, you know, but due to, like, archaeology's sake, although we were happy to plant flowers over the site of our great battle and victory, we elected not to fill in the holes. So that is why the landscape looks that way over there. Fair Mortal Kombat is X, yeah. I would say 2 is my favorite. That was just the one that I played the most, right? Where is he? Oh, here is he. He looks fine. He doesn't look beat up at all. But I guess he only gets beat up if we're around, because the monsters won't hit him if we're not here. Oh, well, he needed a little bit of a pick-me-up. There you go, Belgatai. Now you're all better. Belgatai guards the horses, of course. Named for the brother of Temujin, who you would know as Genghis Khan, if indeed you know him at all. Or maybe by by his regular name, since I do use it sort of interchangeably, and I do talk about him a lot. I probably don't say it right, though. I don't know how to say it, but I probably don't say it right. If there's a word, I just assume that I'm saying it wrong. That one won't grow, but this way we won't have it in our inventory, and that's good too. We need lanterns here, right? A lantern would be better. Yes, perfect. I may not rest now. There are monsters nearby. Oh no. How about now? Can I sleep now? What? What are you doing here? This isn't your bed. What happened to the dreamer? This is outrageous. This guy does not live here. We built this whole wall for somebody else. Oh, okay. Okay. I just couldn't see his name. I was about to kick him out. I was about to be so outraged. All right, everything's the same again. My man. He's why this wall exists. Like, he kept getting woken up and scared by zombies, so we built a wall to keep him safe. You might have thought, couldn't you have built him a house? Nope, he wanted to keep on sleeping here. The wall was the only compromise. And now look at him. Under the stars, smiling. Bunch of animals just smelling all around him. You know, that's what he wants. He's got to watch over them, right? He's the Hank the cow dog of the villagers. Speaking of Hank, we should give him some foods real quick. Oh, hungry boy. Arrows, right. Whoops. He's always like, who's waking me up? Oh, you, the hero, of course. Of course. I'd be happy to roll out of bed so that you can get some arrows. After all, that's what it's all about, right? But anyway, this is why I'll never die in Minecraft, because I spend all of my time just farming up gunpowder, right? It's day 786, and I've probably spent 100 of those days farming gunpowder. Nah, not that many. I didn't even need gunpowder until I killed the dragon, right? And that would have been like day, what, 85 or something? It was before 100. I remember, because I thought, I'll just go for it, and then if I die, I can start another world. And then, you know, I never died again. No, yes? Oh, I thought that would hit this. No, man. You know, let's just try to get a little closer, huh? Much better. My first time that I ever played Minecraft, I definitely fought one of those spider riders with a stick. And let me tell you, I did not win. Did not win. I didn't win any of my engagements whenever I was hitting my enemies with a stick in Minecraft. I thought it would do damage. I thought, like, the stick would be the most basic form of attacking an enemy. I didn't understand the wooden sword. You know, no one had told me how to play. Clean shot. Oh, that was beautiful. Dipped it right over the top of the block. And then these two sad boys are going to sit here and contribute gunpowder to the cause. Good, good, good. They thought they felt frowny, and then they got shot with an arrow. Talk about your day getting worse. And you might think, why? And indeed, why? Because I think it's cool. So what if we'll never come back here? We could. After all, this connects to the hall, which I totally knew. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. A lie. Anyway, if you're wondering where exactly this is underneath the river, right? This is the Hall of Stone that we were making for a reason and then never did anything with it. And so this is where this little village is at, right? The village under the river. They're principally fishermen. You know, this is where Cave Pony lives. Oh, they got a cat. That must be a naturally spawning cat. But yeah, Cave Pony lives down here. They've been here longer than everybody else. You know, they've got hay and wheat and stuff to eat. Cave Pony's doing all right. All right, yeah, and that's why, you know, that's why I was doing that, because I knew it would connect. I knew it would connect. And then yeah, and that's just underneath the river here. So of course that wasn't there first. They fell in whenever I was making this, and then one thing led to another, and we built a place for them. Right. One thing led to another. It's not really the quickest way through. I would like to be able to, like, actually, like, have it marked in a way that I would be able to recognize. You know, maybe copper lanterns. Ow. It's like, anytime I see this in this world, I just think, it's definitely going to be a deep dark, right? It's just going to open up eventually and be a huge deep dark, right? Right? Yep. Look at me. Calling it. Probably been here before. Anyway, there's deep dark down there. Isn't it cool? You can just look anywhere and find somewhere so dangerous. But I figured it was there, right? Because it's right under my house, right? And it runs from here all the way under Spawn Mountain. Because there's a trial ruin right here. Underneath all of this. If you go down here, you'll go into the trial ruin, right? But there's also, like, the deep dark there. You can go all the way down and drop out there. So at least one of you can get out. You can get out. Anyway, it's super sketchy, right? Because if you dig very deep at all, you run the risk of entering into one of those caverns, and then, well, if we die, likely enough to be because of that. But that's why you try to move carefully. I've never actually encountered a warden. They've been described to me as a monster that ignores your armor and kills you in 2 hits and makes you blind, and can strike through walls. So, I imagine if I meet one, I'll die. So many cool places in this world. A lot of these waterfalls I made, though. Like, I'm pretty sure I made that one. Sometimes I just like to look at all of my stuff. The whole world, after all, is mine. And I think this is the village of the glorious pumpkin sculpture. Yeah, it must be. 'Cause here's our silly little thing. There's a block of coal in the middle. Yes, this is the pumpkin sculpture. Because somewhere around here there were pumpkins and they like spawned, they like were grown on top of another pumpkin, right? And then I remarked upon it and then I just broke them and grabbed them and then I, later it was like, I destroyed something important that could only happen, at the birth of a world. Like a 4-stack sugarcane, right? And so I built this statue to remind me and the villagers of the dangers of destroying that you find. This guy jumps up and down to show me that he is not forgotten. And that's the village that we brought to the archaeology site, because there's the little canal thing here in the river, because this wasn't totally connected. You know, it's all about the little things, right? Took my boots off. What? Ridiculous. What is that guy doing there? I swear you cannot take villagers anywhere. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, he sorted it out. Here's Dr. Jones in Indiana. You know, they're overseeing things. I think that would be a good name for a cat. We need to do some more work on this one of these days. We need to rebuild the tower. As we largely finished the reconstruction there, but you know, we could do the thoroughfare, we could do a couple more buildings. Definitely got to rebuild the tower. One more thing for the long list, right? But life is very long, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to do all the things that I said I was going to do in Minecraft. Like plant a bunch of wheat. This wheat field has a purpose, right? This isn't just a bit. This is to protect our people and keep them safe. Oh no, that guy is in the field sprinting? Look how fast he was. But clearly we, see, because what happens is as soon as they get into the field, then you have this situation going on, right? Where you have to patch them up, because one single one and then they'll ruin the whole thing, right? Because as soon as they start jumping up and down, then all the other ones are going to start spawning in those spots. But you just come around every now and then and make sure that the gaps are getting filled in. I guess you could put like a specific kind of slab or carpet or something somebody was saying, but I figured I could just plant wheat about it, right? Well, hopefully that will have patched the holes in our protective wheat layer. It's interesting to think, like, where I would live in a Minecraft world if spawn was just a little bit different. Like, if I spawned right here, I would have lived over here, right? And our whole existence would be in this village. And who even knows what's going on here, right? Like, I haven't even taken all of their wheat away from them. We've barely even been here. Like, we could have a whole different life. This is just like 1,000 blocks away from spawn. Like, look, what? This guy starts with a couple of diamonds and 3 obsidian. That's nice. And 2 iron chestplates. Like, this would have been a pretty cool thing to find early. Not, like, incredible, but pretty dang good, right? Plus horse armor. Not that you need it. Yeah. I'm sure it's not the most bonkers chest that anyone's ever seen. But it's gotta be at least pretty good. Armor plus diamonds plus obsidian. It's about as good as it gets. To me. Oh! Fascinating! Look. The house is just, you know, doing a lemony snicket here. Oh, right. And these aren't functional. The architecture of the chimney stops workers from getting a job. It's very sad, because I think they're very cool-looking places. I rang the bell. Sorry, villagers, there's not really an attack. I just wanted to hit it. Some people are like, I wonder what it would have been like if I was born in a different country. But I'm just like, what would it have been like if I started in Minecraft in a slightly different spot? Because that's just a hop, skip, and a jump from where we live, but we wouldn't have even seen it for ages, probably. Because this village we went to first. Because we spawned right here. You know, orient ourselves, see the village, go over there. But then we elected to live in this village over here because it was, you know, closer to the ocean and right next to all of these cherry groves. Once I spawned in all those cherry trees, I knew that we were living over here, right? But we almost lived over here. We built this little platform. I was almost going to build like a little house overlooking this, but decided we wanted to be able to see the ocean. It's Doug. Say hi to Doug, everybody. He's a good Doug. And of course the mooshes. They're the best. Mooshy Smalls and Baby Moosh. the unalterable, the supreme, the magnificent. A sheep? On my mountain? This is a mountain for the mountain goats. Ah, there's one. Good old mountain goats. Now, what is the best mountain goats song? It's the question you're probably all wondering right now. There are many schools of thought. I think like, do you want to go for the right answer? Nah, we've already given the right answer before. No! They're destroying the mountain. But I've been thinking about Source Decay a lot lately. Source Decay is the last song, I think it's the last one, on All Hail West Texas, the masterpiece record of the Mountain Goats from '04, I think. But Source Decay might be the best Mountain Goats song. It examines personal memories and the way that they change with time, the things that we hold on to and the things that we can't hold on to. And the chorus uses the image of a train ride leaving a city in Southeast Asia, going towards the water as the thing that they can't forget. But there's a line, like a bridge into the chorus late in the song, where he says, "Well, I'll tell you what I know, like I swore I always would. I don't think it's gonna do you any good." I really like that line a lot. So yeah, you know, Source Decay might be the best Mountain Goats song. Like, did I make all this in a chest? Must have done. Alright, and now we have some rockets to spare. So the next time we play, we won't have to farm rockets. We might do it anyway. Farming rockets is fun. But we come upon the end of the video, and you know what time it is. It's time for the playing of the national anthem. I invite you all to sit, stand, kneel, or dance for the playing of Cat by C418. This is the theme song of the Dark Oak crime family. Long before there was Pigstep in this house, we were a cat family all together. And Luca and I danced beautifully, and everybody else stood around. Luca's the muscle, but he's always imagined himself as more of a dancer. Hey, Drun. So you said you only joined now. Yes. Well, unfortunately, I'm trying to end the streams at a more decent hour, which allows me to, you know, be a better roommate and also wake up earlier in the morning to play more video games. But I'm sorry you missed most of it. You know, it wasn't much. I just, you know, flew around and talked to myself and you guys. You know, just like every other time. It's just hanging around. The day is 788. We're closing in on the big 800. That'll be interesting. I mean, it won't be. It'll be the same as all the other times. But we'll make a cake, and we'll place it in the line of cakes, and we'll do a special video where we, you know, do exactly what we did in this video and fly around and talk about the stuff we have. Well, if in the next video we work on the on the trail ruins some, then we'll have something to show off for the video. Another seed for Garuda. Bella, why are you hanging out under the stairs? Yeah, why don't you sit on the box instead? Jerk. Nice little time. But anyway, the stars go across the sky, as so they too do here where I am at, but you know, interrupted from my vision by the ceiling and all. The stars are nice, but I'm glad to be able to go to bed without looking at them directly. Be a little chilly this time of year, but the sun rises on day 788. The ghast croons. No, this will be 789, of course. Another beautiful sunrise. This is a good little Minecraft world. I'm so proud of it. It's not much, but it's mine. It's very me, you know, it's very thrown together. It's very disorganized. Lots of big dreams and abandoned projects, but life is very long, and there may indeed be time for accomplishing all the things that I've set out to do. It's hard to say. Perhaps. But that is all I've got for you right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. It's good to see all of you tonight. Bye, Centaur. Bye, Limtrix. Bye, Froggy. Bye, Drone. Thanks for hanging out. Nice to talk to y'all, and I'll be around. You know, I got work tomorrow, but I'll be on in the morning, probably, and then if not, almost certainly tomorrow night. And perhaps I'll see you there. And I got rid of my Sunday shift. Yeah. So I'll be, home all day then, taking naps, eating pizza rolls, and also streaming. So maybe I'll see you guys around there. But good night, everyone.